Hey everyone, it's Jenny from Homestead Corner, and today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about stockpiling meat. So you have proteins in your pantry and you are prepared for whatever might happen. So my personal favorite is, if you're a canner, and I know not everybody does canning, but if you're a canner, my favorite is definitely home canned meats. You know what's in here, exactly. You don't have to worry about it, and the cost of it is so much cheaper. Both of these, I've got one here that's pork and one is turkey, and I paid 39 cents a pound for turkey. And chicken is, I usually, when it's 99 cents a pound, I will stock up on chicken and get that can. And this pork was 99 cents a pound also. So this is a whole pound in this can. You can fit about a pound in a pint jar. So I highly recommend, if you can, this is the most cost-effective way to do it. So if you've already got the jars and you just buy the meat on sale, or if you raise your own meat, canning it is going to be the most cost-effective way. But there are tons of options out there for people that don't can also. So like when I do a jar of, here is a can of white chicken, just bumblebee chicken. I picked this up at the grocery store, and this has a nice 2-year Best By date on it. And just because the Best By date says 2 years doesn't mean it goes bad on, you know, December 21st, 2022. It's not going to go bad just right on that day. It's still got a lot left in it. This can last and last as long as your can is solid and it's not bulging or anything like that. I have used canned meats and vegetables and stuff that were 5 years old, past the date. And they're still okay. You just want to make sure your can is completely intact. It's not rusted or leaking or anything like that. Once this is opened, you have to use it. It's going to go bad if you don't. But as long as it's solid and intact and looks like it did the day you got it from your grocery store, nine times out of 10, it's going to be fine even 5 years past that date. So I highly recommend stockpiling meats, because those are the things that, you know, you're going to need protein if anything happens. You really want to make sure you have that. And but like this chicken, this is a 5-ounce can. This was $1.29 at my grocery store, and a 16-ounce jar of chicken cost me 99 cents. Plus, you know, let's throw another quarter in for the cost of the electricity to can it, you know. And so even if it's $1.25, I'm getting 16 ounces instead of 5 ounces. So the canned stuff really is the cheapest, home can, but these are great options. These are super great options, and they're space saving. And if you have to leave your home and throw stuff in a bag, this is really small. You know, you're not going to have as much, but this is really small and compact, easy to get open, easy to carry. If you drop it, it's not going to bust open. It's going to be okay. Which I do like that. These are very sturdy, whereas carrying a glass jar, if I had to leave my home in a SHTF situation, I'm not going to be carrying these 1-pound glass jars, you know, of meat with me. I'm not going to be able to carry that much of it. So these I'm going to be able to probably carry a little bit more, and if I fell down or something happened, they would be okay. They're not going to break. So I really like that. But white chicken or any chicken in a can, these are great. You can get bigger cans, but these are awesome to stockpile. And it's got a 2-year shelf life. If this is something you normally eat, I definitely recommend keeping quite a bit of it on hand. And then, you know, just keep rotating your stock is how we run all of our stockpile. We just rotate everything. So when I buy it, it goes in the back. We use the old stuff first before we get to the new stuff. And then, so chicken is one, it's so versatile. You can make so many things with it. This little can of chicken thrown in some rice and beans makes a fabulous meal with a little bit of seasoning. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. Another thing that these are great because they're just open and eat is the Vienna sausages. If you like that, these are wonderful. They're really inexpensive, like 50 cents for a 4.6 ounce can. But the pop tops are not as solid as something you have to open with a can opener. They're handy, yes. They're great for your bug out bag and stuff like that because it's quick, easy food. You can pop the top and eat it. You don't even have to cook this or anything. You just eat it right out of the can. So these are great. They're 50 cents, small, easy to throw in your bag, great to have in your stockpile for emergencies because they're, you know, pop the top and you're eating them. But these have a 2-year shelf life. Yeah, October 2022. So, so these are going to be, I wouldn't go probably more than a year over that Best By date just because it's got that pop top on it, and you're gonna, that's gonna fail long before one of these cans are. And another thing is white and dark turkey. That's another great one, great for sandwiches. You could eat it right out of the can if you had to. Great to throw in like a stir fry or some kind of soup or something like that, an emergency. These are really good. And this has a 2-year shelf life on it as well. So that's another great one to stockpile. And tuna fish. Here is a can of tuna fish. These have a 2 or 3 year, almost 3 years it has on it, and this is a new can, so this has almost 3 years left on it. And so this is another great one to throw in your pantry. And again, with the solid top on it, this is going to last way longer than that 2 years. The next thing I found that is a great item to store is Spam. And this has about a 3.5 year shelf life on it. It's going to last, it's got a Best By date about 3.5 years. And then this is 12 ounces. This is a pretty economical way to go if you like Spam. I don't recommend buying any meats that you don't like. If you don't like it anyway, don't stockpile it. Don't store it. Don't waste your money on it. If shit hits the fan or you have an emergency that comes up and you have to dip into that stockpile, let's say you lost your job and all you had for food for 2 months is what's in the pantry, you at least want to eat stuff you like. So I highly recommend only buying foods that you already like to eat, and maybe buy 1 can to try stuff. If you're not sure if you like it or if you've never had it, buy 1 can and just try it first before you stockpile it. Just because there's a good sale on it doesn't mean it should be in your pantry. And these are another great emergency things that I found, and they are just Spam in a foil package. And this has a 2-year Best By date on it, which is great. Again, this is so tiny, this would slip in a bug out bag really great. Perfect for emergencies. Rip it open and eat it. You don't have to do anything to this stuff. But this is just, I thought this was a great alternative to these big cans, especially if you like to have food for a bug out bag, or you know, something quick. You gotta eat quick. You're eating on the run or whatever. These are great for that. And this is going to last a little bit longer. Again, it's a pop top, so I wouldn't go too far past the Best By date, but at least a year it's going to be fine. And if you're unsure, you can open this stuff and smell it. You know, if it doesn't smell right, don't eat it. But if it smells right, it's fine. It's not going to hurt you. Cook it good. If you're 6 years past the date, and you know, and it smells good, just cook it good. I'd still eat it if I was hungry. I would not let that go to waste. So these packets are another thing that I definitely would recommend that. And then I found this Armor potted meat. It's just a little teeny 3-ounce can, and it's got a nice 3-year shelf life on it, which I thought was really great. The Best By date is January 2023, so that's got 3 years on it. And again, it's got the pop top on it, which makes it handy and easy, but I wouldn't go too far past. Just, I don't know about these seals. I just don't think they're as good as the regular cans. And then also a deviled ham spread. You can get these. These have a 3-year shelf life on them also. So you could stock quite a bit of this stuff. I mean, if you did a year's worth of canned meat in case of an emergency, then you're going to be able to eat it in the next 5 years and it's going to be fine. So, so these are great for quick, easy food. Again, something you could just pop open and eat. I believe it's got the pop top on this one also. Yep. And they wrap them in paper so they look fancy, but you could take the paper off, I guess. I just bought it from the store. And fully cooked roast beef. This is another one. It is it's in beef broth, and this is a nice good sized can, 12 ounces. So you'd be able to make a really good meal with this. Again, add it with rice, maybe some vegetables or beans, or, you know, a little bit of seasoning. This would make a whopper of a meal in an emergency. So I highly recommend having beef on your shelves, especially if you like it. And this is a pop top, so it's going to be easy, but it's got that 3-year shelf life on it. So it's really a great one for the money. I think this was like $2 and change. Let me see, the roast beef, $2.92. And you know, obviously it's going to be cheaper if you're canning your own, but this really isn't that bad for $2.92 for a 12-ounce can. It's really not that bad price per pound. So so this is a good one to have on the shelves. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Some of the meats that I find that I think are good to have on the shelves. And again, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Or, you know, buy one can and find out if you like it. Because some of this stuff out there, I've tried some canned meats and there ain't no way. I'd be out hunting squirrels first, you know. So I'll go with the stuff that I know I like, or I'll buy a can before I buy a whole bunch of cans. And then if I don't like it, I don't get more. If I do like it, I'll go back and buy tons of it when it's on sale. That way we can put it away. Any emergency comes up, job loss, snowstorms, ice storms. We have been without power for weeks because of ice storms here in Maine, sometimes in the winter. This year we've been very fortunate. I think we lost the power once for about 4 hours or 5 hours. Nothing major. And but we've been very lucky. But these are great to have in the pantry, and I recommend to try out some canned meats because they're a good thing to have on the shelf. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.